Eat healthy, stay healthy. If you have ever consulted a doctor for uric acid, one of the advice you would have got from him would be to avoid taking protein. Yes, because there are protein-rich food which will contain another compound called purine, which can increase uric acid levels. So typically, if you see 100 grams of red meat or 100 grams of organ meat, if consumed, can cause an increase of 400 milligram of uric acid in our blood. This is pretty high. Uric acid is not a totally foreign substance for the body. Body itself produces a lot of uric acid in the range of around 400 to 500 just with its metabolic activities. Over and above this, we are giving 400 milligrams of additional uric acid through food, which makes the total around 900, which is really high. However, there is nothing to worry. Our kidneys can actually excrete excess uric acid through its normal procedure. But for some people who are suffering from uric acid, this means their consumption is pretty high on uric acid, or their kidneys excretion system is not working to the 100% efficiency. In such cases, they have to reduce the food which can eventually produce a lot of uric acid. So as we already mentioned, the typical food which cause lot of uric acid are red meat, organ meat, and some kind of fish. There are a lot of other protein sources which do not contain so much of purine or do not produce so much of uric acid. For example, egg is an excellent source of protein. 100 grams of egg produces just 30 milligram of uric acid. That is nothing for the kidney to excrete. If you are taking a protein supplement like a whey protein or a plant protein, if you are taking 100 gram, can produce 50 milligram to 100 milligram of uric acid. Typically, you don't consume 100 grams, maybe one scoop which is around 30 gram or 35 grams. So 30 gram of protein powder can increase your uric acid by 15 milligrams to 30 milligrams only. That also our kidney can easily excrete. So if your doctor is specifically asking you to stop consuming protein, ask him what exactly does he mean. If he is meaning only purine-rich protein products, which can cause a hike of up to 400 milligrams of uric acid with just consuming 100 grams of those products, then you agree. But on the contrary, if he is telling no, you stop every protein, then specifically ask these questions. What about egg? What about protein powder? Most probably he will say that okay, they are okay and they are not going to increase the uric acid level. Now, protein is not the only thing which you have to take care. If you have uric acid, there are two other major things which I have described in detail in my previous video. The link I will share it with you in the comments. So 100 grams of fructose also can produce up to 400 milligrams of uric acid. So fructose rich food, those sweets, cola, or even simple sugar, this is something which you have to control so that you don't produce that kind of a uric acid spike. Always limit your fructose intake to maximum 25 grams so that it can produce up to 100 grams of uric acid only. Fructose is more dangerous because not only produces uric acid, but its metabolism creates another compound, lactate, which blocks the excretion of excess uric acid. Third one is alcohol, which is also like fructose. It produces a lot of uric acid and blocks the excretion. So things you have to avoid are red meat, organ meat, certain kinds of fish, fructose, and alcohol. Eat healthy, stay healthy.